Alright, so small difference here between the two comps. We have poke comp versus all-in comp. And dragons, they shifted away from using the Pharaoh stuff, because obviously Pharaoh doesn't work here. When you're against Godspeed, you can pick a Widow. But they've been struggling with making the May Reaper work, or just May in general. We'll see how they do this game. So point unlocked, they move all together. And already you can see how Godspeed is flanking, creating crossfire. And not only crossfire from Godspeed to point, but also Baptiste and Zen here. And if you don't get those picks, you simply have to forfeit point as the Risa. Then picks eventually come in. Orb hook. Let's see here. Now you want to stall point. And it all comes also down to, not all, but after using the walls and ice block, fade, reform, etc., can't really aggress as much. You see Young Jin almost dies here. He should have been dead. Moira dead. And with a Mei ult, you cap points. No, I understand you, Riot. I definitely understand you. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, dude. Alright, let's see the setups here. Same thing. Godspeed checking this angle while you have Rizahog to the side here. Let's see this hook again. So here, Godspeed, this angle checks over to the stairs. That's a good orb hook. Really good one. It's very unexpected as well, because no one on Shanghai side scouted this. Pretty sure I was already following, but Twitch decided I wasn't. Now we have to defy Twitch. What's up, Clive? See, orb hook came out. And in order to stop these orb hooks, you need someone to either be able to listen for the orb hook, and to listen you need also, I think you need line of sight. I'm not entirely sure how it works with sound. Simply because I haven't tested, like I don't remember how it works. But when you're on the wall here, it's a muffled sound, like the orb hook or the orb. And you don't know exactly if it's gonna come here or here to the side or in the window. So in order to stop it, you need someone scouting, and in order for them to not die, it has to be someone who only has a line of sight like this on the hog. And maybe you would need, I don't know, someone here then? On this corner. But then you also have to worry about Godspeed coming from the back. So because Godspeed is here, Shanghai can't simply just scout for the orb. They have to take a risk. Let's see angles. They push Godspeed. This looked funny. Okay, so check this. Hook used. Now, watch Jiangjin just crouching. He's owning Godspeed just with crouches. Nice. Yeah, Mei and Reaper ult, that's pretty strong, with coalescence of course. Let's go next fight. When you use these ults, and you get a, how to say, a kill or two, it's pretty much a one fight, so that's why I don't spend much time looking at them, because it's very little room for errors, so to say. No, there's very large rooms for errors. Right. How does Rhea get that kill? Oh, okay. Just a normal hook. Hmm. Okay. And then we're in the last fight territory. Take a look at the positioning again. Here, you have Adora scouting outdoors, Godspeed over here, main, Rhea Gujwei on point. Rhea Gujwei, they're ready for all entries. They can orb hook anywhere basically. That's such an easy kill. But it's only an easy kill because Gamsu didn't shield or anything. So normally what you can do here is around the time you pop out around the corner, here, instead of just jumping out like this, you can decide to either shoot a shield straight up and it comes down. Shield would be here, maybe it's here, who knows. But you shoot up out the shield and you can peek out around the corner. You don't have to worry about Godspeed anymore then. Now it also takes a lot of time because there's a cooldown. You would need 3 seconds extra. But him orbing over here makes no difference for Spark. Instead, what Gamsa should have been doing is turn around and make Godspeed shoot in his back, so he doesn't get the headshot. But he orbs and he stays. Even if the orb connects, there's no hero that will be able to engage on it. There's no Road Dog. So Dragons, they just misplay that completely because of Gamsa here. And it's unfortunate. Because now you have a scuff fight, and it's very, very difficult to win it. Let's see how Youngjin gets a kill here. He's not killed. Wait, what? How is he not killed? Oh, there's a matrix. Couldn't Envy have just DM'd around the corner? Oh yeah, he could have done that too. He could have done that, of course. You're fully right, completely right. Oh, he was just not in position. Ah. Yeah, okay. He wasn't in position. So I guess then it's both Envy and Gamsu misplayed it, because Gamsu's mistake is still watching the Widow. But yeah, then Youngjin gets matrixed, he gets in. And that freeze should have come out on Youngjin, but Adora wanted to respect the distance since he was about to die. And it's important to freeze the Reaper before the Fade comes back. And that's point win. But yeah, the fight where Gamsu got picked off. Huge fight there. That's the last fight. Alright, let's see. Next couple of... this first fight. Same type of comp from both teams. Exiting coast is more beneficial for the PoE comp. Simply because there's no, how to say, annoying sightlines. Okay. You're playing careful. Then Gamsu dead. Let's see how Gamsu dies. Oh yeah, he was walled and fortified. And then just picked off. Ah, yeah, okay. Revenge died. NVD makes Youngjin dead. So that should be a point win for Spark. Mm-hmm. Yep. Small thing to mention. Coma hiding. But yeah, he didn't want to do anything, so he went back. If you like the game is simpler, or CS is simpler, it has its own intricacies. Let's see. Pay attention to how Spark rotates backwards and they kite the dragons. And they never allow dragons to fully get close. And it's only Orisa on point. And then, yeah, you cycle shield with Fortify. That way, Orisa basically struggles to die. Or how to say struggles? I mean, she has a difficult time to die. Here. As soon as they get up on stairs, 1 foot on point. And this is all you have to do. Fortify 1 shield. And then you have Matrix on you. You have all the heals. Harmony Orb. Everything. And while everyone tries to focus Goosh way, Mei just comes out there and kills you. The same setup. You don't need that crossfire as on Sanctuary anymore. Because if you put Godspeed up here or whatever, it's easy to rush him. While yeah, it doesn't achieve much because the team over here, they're not gonna do much either. Like no one can shoot over here except Orisa and Zen. Then Luffy gets killed. I want to see how that orb was set up for Godspeed. Okay, let's see. Watch this as well. You don't need to track people with the orb. and wall hack activated, even if you don't have wall hack. You just prepare your crosshair somewhere here in the middle, like Godspeed does. It's very similar to how you use hook. And then, let's see, Innovi ran out of matrix. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Mayult comes up on high ground, comes out on high ground. And the wall was intended to help Rhea. Rhea went up instead. Very, very interesting that Rhea never dies here. Or he does die, but it takes some time. Gush we had Fortify, so yeah. Was able to stay alive. I wanna see... Tell me, don't tell me Gums is looking at Godspeed. Yeah. I mean, he's also 300 HP, so he did the correct thing. Like, you wanna try and kill the Widow. But that's how nasty a Widow headshot can be. Let's see. Godspeed's gonna struggle here if he... you see, Godspeed has a really difficult time to get good angles. So he needs to hit these PogChamp shots, you know, like headshot on a short distance. Otherwise, you might as well go for the window or flank somewhere. Let's see this fight. Trans bomb, freeze. No freezes. Double May ult. Also the double May ult. Let's see. Why would Adora go for the double May ult? Oh, it's because of the walled May. Yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. It's kind of risky to go for it, because Envy can always matrix. Oh dude, he could have eaten that ult so easily. And then Ding uses his own just to counter, to make sure that no one can enter. Godspeed from the back, and this is nasty crossfire. This is what I meant, like he would have to go through the window or something to flank. Then beat. And you push in. So for Spark's sake, or for from Spark's perspective, this should have been a one fight, but it's only a one fight if you get picks. And Godspeed couldn't find any, unfortunately. Let's go for next fight. It's a really, really cool use of Widow. But you can see like how difficult some shots are. This is also in slow motion. Now it's normal speed, but... if you have a really good Widow on your team, you want to go for these shots, or you want to go for this if the enemies are playing Reaper May. If you would face Hog, I think it's a different story. Right, so dragons, they've been trying to make Pharaoh work recently in stage 4. And they've been trying really hard with the Pharaoh. It hasn't been working for them so far though. Let's see positioning. EM scouting on the coast, making sure that no one TPs. The Pharaoh plays line of sight, like this. This is very strict Pharaoh positioning. And also, take a look at how boosters are being used. It's really, really important to have good boosters control. Because if you run out of fuel here, you enter line of sight so easily. Let's see, Gamsu getting picked there. He was picked because he was walled, and he could only be walled if he was badly positioned. Which would be, let's see. Ah, here. This is the issue. When you step in front of this corner, like he does here, this is back and behind the corner, in front, easy. Now, because of this, wall is gonna come in behind him and he has to take a long walk around the wall in order to survive. And that's not gonna be enough time though. Because watch this. Shield broken, there's the wall. And now he's dead. And no one can help him either. So that's mispositioned by Gamsu. I don't know how much of it is preset positioning, but it doesn't look like it's preset. It's just the shield was placed there. Who knows why? You know, for in front of the corner, and could just be muscle memory. But then, yeah, you lose point. Pretty much over. Let's go next point. Very, very well done by Spark as well to kill the shield and crack the shield, I mean, and then go for the wall. Koma playing a dangerous game. So shielding here, very normal, because you want to use the boxes for line of sight, and then you're gonna rotate to this corner here. Just the shield placement alone tells me that it will rotate down the stairs there. And the reason you rotate down the stairs, we're gonna take a look at IDK die, but yeah, the reason is because enemies, they usually go up here, high ground now, is the meta. So you get up high ground, then you jump across here, you use a May wall or something. Now, it depends on if you have a May or if you have a Lucio, you can use whichever. But you get over here to this high ground, and if you're holding right underneath them, you're dead. So that's why enemies are holding, or why defenders are holding here, because you can challenge them on the high ground. Alright, so let's see how IDK died. Oh, he was just sniped, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's see Godspeed. Alright, nothing happened there. Same thing here with Ding. You need almost perfect booster control. So I think from the way Koma is playing right now, the way he's looking at the screen. Oh, he messed up. Yeah, okay, wait. I wanna see from Godspeed's perspective. Because this headshot can be prevented. In Season 1, when Mercy was played a lot, the way you would prevent headshots like this is either you spin like crazy, or you look away while guarding angeling. So Koma, when he has selected a target with Guardian Angel, he presses the button, the cooldown is, or ability is activated, and he starts flying. Then he can turn and look away. And that way you can avoid a headshot here, and you survive. He probably panicked though. When he dropped to the ground, he was thinking, okay, I'm not gonna make this, who knows. What's up, Johnny? So Koma deleted, and now that's an opening for Spark to go in. So that's why Wallach is used. You use Wallach for the tempo. And it forces DM to use his Wallach as well. Gamsu and Envy, they should be rotating back earlier, in my opinion, because same thing as before applies. Gamsu in front of the corner, now wall comes in. But also, Ding to the side here. So he gets pushed by Hog, hooked, frozen, killed. And yeah, Gamsu doesn't have to do anything, he will get ignored. So now Mercy comes back, but your fire is dead. And this is kind of dangerous for Dora for a brief moment, because he's all alone between 3 people. And there's Mayult. The Mayult doesn't do anything directly, but indirectly it's blocking everyone from walking in. And also Adora was about to die, so why not use it? And this lost fight comes down to Koma dying. This is eventually gonna be a win for Spark. It's very easy to lose these fights because of the respawns. But if Hog and Orisa never die, you win this. Right. So yeah, Koma died early. And then that made dragons make more bad decisions. How to say, it put them in a situation where Spark just push in and they weren't ready for the death. So who knows what decision, you know, they had at hand in their head. But yeah, it made Ding go indoors for the Mega when pushed. Then also Gamsu using Fortify early. Not early, but how to say, positioning for the stairs became a bit weird. I think you have to give up more space and play way more defensive when Mercy dies like that. But she shouldn't die in the first place. Just from a simple headshot from using Guardian Angel. Alright, so Pocomp versus Pocomp. Dragons, they haven't played much Hog lately. And that could be because they simply aren't comfortable with it. So instead of going Hog themselves, they go for Pharah Widow versus May Widow. If your Widow wins the Widow matchup, your Pharah is completely free. And here's why you don't run Pharah. Just watch this. Okay, so ding. He probably sees Godspeed. Does he? Oh, well, he knows where the shot is. And okay, he sees him through the window even. Oh, they see each other. There we go. And that's all you need. Okay, that's rest. But then your widow dies. I think dragons are forcing the Pharah a bit too much here. A bit too much. Like it's actually really really hard to make them make it work. Right, so now they split the team, go coast, and judging from what we see already is they want to set up boops onto the either boops or they want to go for the backline. Make space for the Pharah. But since there's no diva, okay, here's the thing. Since there's no diva with the front line now, how do you deal with orb hooks? You don't. You can't deal with them. Godspeed scouted the DM as well. Then he got so excited he jumped off the map. But dragons, they lose a massive amount of time just from Luffy dying, then yeah, DM dying. And it's normal to scout these angles because of, okay, we know they have a diva and widow, but they weren't with us or with the team last fight. And then what's up? And then Godspeed gets so excited he jumps off the map. Accidentally, of course. But since there's no more widow, yeah, Ding goes in aggressively. Adore kills Ding. How does he die?
What's your plan predictions for this weekend?
What's my plans predictions? Oh, I'll make a bracket after this map. Yo, Scott, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? I saw on Twitter you were streaming again, so I thought I'd send you a follow. I'm just doing some VOD reviews here for the matches from last week. Nice to see you. All right, so okay, yeah. So how do you deal with Mei headshotting? You can't really do much. It's the same thing with Widow. Still rocking the PC you built me. That's good. Did you fix the upside down logo, by the way? Let's see this fight. So after Adore died, oh, Ding died, he was rest. Still upside down. It's for me it wouldn't matter either, you know, upside down or whatever. I'm glad you like the PC. Okay, so that's a defensive Mayot. Oh, and just barrage, okay. What games do you usually play now, Scott? Let's take the next fight. So yeah, Johnny, I'll do playing predictions after this map. There's a nice site that we can use for brackets. Okay, so let's take a look at positioning. So Spark just playing this defensively. Thing, you have to play for line of sight. Only stream Realm Royale, but I play League of Realm and Apex. Oh, nice. How's Realm Royale nowadays? I never tried it myself. How are you doing today, Pick? I'm doing fine, dude. I'm doing fine. I'm reviewing this Spark versus Dragons game right now, and Spark are playing very nice. How to say, in terms of strategy? It seems like they studied Dragons, and Dragons they've been lacking in the Risa slot. Let's go back away from Farah. I had to see like if Farah took any greedy angles, but she doesn't. So once Nano comes in... Oh. I wonder who's calling for Dragons, because Koma doesn't look like he's ready. Okay, so Gamsu and Luffy dead. Okay. So Farah goes in, takes a lot of room. Ah, it's Rhea. Watch this, hook. Boom. Dead. It's still dead, but I love it. It's in a better place content and stability-wise though. Oh, that's great. I would assume any BR game struggles to compete with Fortnite nowadays. But it's good that they, you know, still try to work on it. Then Rhea super low, so you can't really touch. How did Gamsu go down? So Gamsu was up here without the shield. Let's see. Now, here. So first Luffy dies. And then... oh yeah, he got killed by IDK with the window. Since he had no shield. Rhea has been free. So usually when you're attacking here, you can lose max 1. If 2 people, if it's the second one is a really unnecessary hero for the fight. But if you lose more than 1, generally you lose the fight because respawns will come in. And that's assuming you don't get a team wipe combo. Over there, that was just an orb hook. I think it was an orb hook. Let's see. On just a normal hook. And then Godspeed ready with the headshot. Oh, no headshot, body shot. Anyways. Yeah. Spark knows what Ding wants to do. Like, Ding... I think Dragons try to force Farah so much so that Ding... He doesn't have much room for error. And if you just try to focus Ding with... how to say... you don't focus him with your shots or anything necessarily. It's more just the positioning you take so that you block his line of sight. Sort of like chess. Then his options become... or they go from having maybe 5 decisions you can take or 10 or whatever to max 2. You can either play defensively or aggressively. Okay, so window forces you to wait it out as Dragons. Him died from just a headshot. Unfortunate. And that's gonna be a fight reset, so also... wait. What was Mayalt gonna achieve? Can you go back to DM going down? Oh yeah, this is it. That's just... So when the shot came out, it wasn't It wasn't, how to say, scouted or anything. It was just... Let's see if I can follow the shot. Yeah, so he dies and then Wallach comes in. This is just a coincidence, so to say. Man, his face. Oh, okay, let's go. Yeah, like... I wonder, was there any shield there? Oh yeah, also no shield. But since there's a fortify, oh I mean immortality field, getting a kill here doesn't really matter. Okay, there was a shield actually. So yeah, never mind. That's a mistake on DM's side. He shouldn't be walking forward. Then I want to see Adora's Maelt here. The reason for using Maelt. Oh, it's because the Matrix was used and they tried to res. Okay, that makes sense. And then since Adora slept, he can't go for the freeze. Let's see next fight. So this is last fight. Revenge just died. Revenge, I mean. Then let's see. What's B flanking? The split positioning here is pretty nice because it stops enemies from taking space over here on the left side of the point from attacker's perspective, and you can go for the walls, you can go aggressive walls. They can't just wall off the Risa and then take point or anything. You have to be mindful. Oh, Godspeed. Imagine if Godspeed hit these shots. The Widow is really nice. Like a nice pick. And she's super strong in slow metas like this. And that's point 1 for, oh, I mean, match 1 for Spark. Let's go for map. So, if I remember correctly, Spark win by the point of Hollywood. So, if they go 3-0 here, I'll just go for the next match. What makes you think Fusion will win against Shanghai? I think Fusion are better when it comes to like sudden meta swings, and they're a bit more creative. Shanghai, they seem to be stuck in a certain, how to say, they have to be, it feels like they try to force some things a bit too much and try to make it their meta. And I don't know if Pharah and stuff will be useful for them. Like Sigma, you will see Sigma Risa a lot, and Pharah won't work versus that. Widow won't work. Something that could work would be like Sombra Doomfist. But yeah, I have to think more about it. Okay, so Fire Doomfist could be strong as well versus Sigma Risa. Now that I think of it. But anyways. Let's see. The Doomfist here simply wants to get beyond the shield. That's a nice orb. Didn't catch the one shot though. Okay, so now Immortality Field is gone. Envy in the backline. This is a nice surround. Very early barrage from Ding too. And you win first point. Then Gujovi desperately tries to stay alive. Alright, next point. What wouldn't Pharah work? Because you can play snipers. You will most likely have a sniper in next meta. And one sniper is enough. Then also, this Sigma can kill the Pharaoh. And block the Pharaoh from shooting. It's very easy to deal with Pharaoh as Sigma. Right orb plus hook. Nice wall. Got speed with the angle above the wall though. 1 second. Oh, yeah. It's very normal for Widow to sit up here, so getting a kill like this, not surprising. You have to switch the Widow. Oh, you have to switch the Hangzhou to a Widow, I think. Or challenge a Widow on high ground. But Hangzhou is almost always at a disadvantage. Now, because Godspeed went for that extra shot on low ground, that opens up a small kill window for Young Jin, I mean. And then you have the fight here on low ground. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Getting that Widow pick is really good, but if you lose a low ground fight, it's whatever. Wasn't anything special, was just positioning. We can take a look again, actually. Serious wall on Kushway. But Ding doesn't go for the freeze. Fortify comes out. Even when Fortify is out, you can't really freeze. But now you go for the freeze. However, ice blocked. And then killed. And then you simply win because you have the Mei instead. And Dragons, their Mei is dead. Alright. Any death is around 20 seconds of waiting for dragons. Your Warlock used. Let's see what he looks at. Also, check the coordination so that for the orb, I mean, because each time there's an orb, everyone is ready to shoot on it. Oh man. That's a nice window to have. The Batiste window into body shots, even headshots. Imagine if he hit those shots. Alright, so Hog frozen, getting frozen. Rhea should be, well, he doesn't have to back out. He can shield kite and buy time. The more time you buy to, you know, stall the cart, the better it is, obviously. Another wall hack. The wall hack is really useful. It might feel like it's not a useful ult, but it's one of the best ults because of how much information you get. And there's a Mei ult with Dragon. And you can use Immortality Field to deal with this. But Immortality Field wasn't cooldown, I think. No, it wasn't. Yeah. So it's really difficult to make use of the immortality field here, because if you choose to help the Anna, Rhea dies, but if you choose to help Rhea, Anna dies. I think the correct thing is to do is help help Anna. But it wouldn't matter, I think. You still lose the fight. Okay, so recap. Let's go next point. Fog frozen. This is kinda bad by Rhea. It's a bit greedy. Well, not greedy actually. There's not much you can do, and you want to go for the you want to go for the orb hook. So it makes sense that he risks getting walled. Then a nice hook on Gamsu. Gamsu had no fortify. Wait, why did he use fortify? Oh, it was during orb, okay. Makes sense. Then Luffy dead. Nice hook. Would you say Gamsu is looking bad on reset this meta? I think he does, yes. It's mostly his positioning, individual decision making, that's looking bad. So let's see, Mei ult coming out. Gushue has fortify. Adore has ice block. And this can be a bit tricky because IDK is, yeah, IDK is a fitting name. Like, I don't know what he's doing when he's sitting out here. This is such a bad position. How did he end up there? Oh, it was a wide angle because of the bongos. Yeah, this makes sense. It's such a wide angle. So now, if you want to run back, either you run like this and you get killed, or you run like this from the ship, you jump up here, you might still die. You don't have many options. But yeah, he's just getting farmed here, about to. But then he kills Envy. What? Oh, Envy messes up. He messes up the hook and then takes headshots. Man, that's really bad. And that's enough time for Godspeed to come back and kill Coma. Almost fell off my chair. As dragons, you shouldn't lose this fight. So what else? Everyone is so split. Because Envy couldn't kill IDK, then Youngjin has to look away. Well, not Youngjin, but Coma has to look away. Then Luffy's caught off guard. And Gamsu sitting there in the back, doing nothing. Yeah. 1% agree, some guy. Alright, so orb onto Hangzhou. So the way you can deal with these orbs, Now you can jump away and try to break line of sight earlier, or like go out of distance for the orb to suck you, or you wait until the orb sucks you and then you jump away. That's another alternative. It depends on what you want to do. Since Hog is ulting here, you're pretty much free to do whatever you want. You have a lot of time since you're not going to get hooked. But you will get headshotted by what's it called? Hangzhou. Most likely. Zoning Dragon ult, then just popping off and killing Ding before he could freeze. That's a skill matchup for Hangzhou. And you see Youngjin trying to get some shots here for this like small angle to the right of the payload. Last fight trans Bongos. Youngjin now on Doomfist to get in and do some try to get some picks. So if we go back to the fight before this one, here. Oh wait, Ding was already dead there. I want to see what options you have as dragons. Okay, so use Bongos. No, you don't use Bongos. Use Window plus Hog ult. So also, since you placed down the shield just now, you can't really push with the shield. But what are your options, so to say? I think you can send the Mei. You can try and freeze with the Mei. Or wall. Oh yeah, you see Ding, he was just walking out in the open, so he took a headshot. Well, no, not headshot, body shot. No, it was headshot actually. And then all God's B has to do is, yeah, go for the storm arrows. He has to hit like 2 arrows, whatever. Boom. And that's how you lose this fight. Is it? Because Youngjin can still get something. No, yeah. He couldn't find anything with the shield. Also, he was alone in breaking shield, I think. But since Gamsu had no shield... No, he did have shield, actually. Oh, it was a defensive shield. Never mind. Rhea didn't even have a hook. I think Gamsu should have gone for an aggressive shield instead, by the corner. But you can also decide to back out, since it's last fight. It's hard to say what you... like how you wanna take it as Shanghai. Yeah, let's go for next round. There we go. Right, let's see. So positioning with Orisa here means you want to hold the corner afterwards. Also, this is really good in order to stop aggression from pushing in like server here, maybe going for, yeah, the Ana or whatever. Or where Ana is positioned. You don't know Ana is there as Spark. But when you enter the choke here... Oh yeah, I also see what the reason is with the shield. So, the shield here, if you're pushing in from the choke, you can only see a tiny bit of the shield. And it's really hard to shoot the shield. So, the tanks, it's mostly the tanks able to shoot the shield. Any DPS that wants to shoot it, they have to walk up here. And then Gamsu, he's going to be able to shoot like this from the side, you know, poke their shield, whatever, hold space. And that enables Youngjin to come in and Doomfist slam. And then you have Ding from above. And that's a juicy nade as well. It's very important for Gamsu to not stick his head out. Is he crouching? Yeah, he's crouching. He's crouching to make himself smaller a bit as well. That way your head doesn't pop up at the top here. Or he was crouching before. Godspeed killed Ding. Oh, wait. How? Oh, they scouted the Pharaoh. That's 100% scouting Pharaoh. I want to see who called out the Pharaoh. We can instantly see who is the target caller. Or we can try. Check this. Here's how you do it, chat. Okay, who starts looking for the Pharaoh first? Is it the Revenge? No. I think it's Godspeed who hears the Pharaoh. It's probably him hearing the Pharaoh. Yep, it is. Pretty sure. Okay, uses lunge. 20 HP. Nice. Damn, that's an important kill. You can't rest that either. And then Envy tried to go in for the, yeah, just support. Ended up getting frozen, slowed, picked off. Man. Maybe Ding is a bit too aggressive, like if he's the one shot calling. Because if you look here, he's going in first. Like he starts moving in. Everyone else is not even ready. Let's see Gamsu. He has shield. Youngjin has abilities. Envy has boosters. Luffy has need, everything. Yeah. But still, he's all alone. So there's a saying, I found this on Reddit by the way. One person making a stupid move, that's a mistake. Two people making stupid moves, that's a plan. But this, yeah, this is a mistake, I think, by the dragons. Okay, so Envy matrixes. And he doesn't want to get hooked, obviously. So he backs out around the corner because he doesn't want to get hooked. He drops Matrix because he has to recharge Matrix. And he didn't think Ding would get hooked. That's what I think. So Ding dies because Envy can't Matrix, and Envy can't Matrix because he was thinking he was gonna get hooked. Probably not expecting Ding to die there. And then he goes in. No, he was hooked, orbed, I mean. Could he have backed out earlier? That's the question. Oh no, he had the boosters on cooldown. Oh, that's unfortunate. He tried. Alright. I think we found a weakness for dragons this meta at least. I think with coordination or like more practice they will fix the coordination. Let's see, Nano comes in, and with Nano you can go pretty aggressive with Pharah. You can use Barrage, you don't need to use Barrage. However, Youngjin kills... No, I mean Rhea kills Youngjin. Then Godspeed is just there to counter Ding. I wonder if Ding is taking the duel on purpose. So Immortality Field used means... So you can use Immortality Field to stop the Pharah from killing, but then Pharah is just gonna wait with the Barrage. So I think here as dragons, is this the right choice? Since Rhea is coming from the flank, Gushwei from a flank as well, into main, he's no longer flanking. But this focus on Envy, that's space for Ding to work with. However, Godspeed, he doesn't have to kill Envy. Oh no, I just think it's I just think it's Ding going in alone. If you look here, his Mercy is not even with him. And the timing is off because Orb Hook comes in just as he goes in. So I know Dragons wants to be aggressive, like they're a real aggressive team. But this is not necessarily aggressive, this is more greedy or reckless. No, that's not greedy, it's reckless actually. Because I wonder if it's Ding's fault. It could equally be Koma's fault. Yeah, I'll skip that fight. Koma could position or be ready for, how to say, Ding to engage, and then block the line of sight for Widow. Okay, so you have to wait out Window and Bongos. That's a nice Orb Hook. See it? Okay, so you know they have Orb Hook. Question is, even have anyone able to eat for it? I think Ding... nah, he has to focus on the bank. Envy could eat for it. He just has no idea where it's coming from. Then, yeah, Barrage as a last resort. Dragons are getting outplayed by themselves. And all you need here is one fight to spark. Ding switches to Mei in order to be able to contest. Gamsu dies to Rhea. Let's see. How do you die to Rhea? Oh yeah. So Gushwin knows where he is because of his shots. Looks around. Okay, Rhea, you ready? Rhea's like, yeah boy, I'm ready. Orb Hook. That's a Good orb hook. Good orb hook, yeah. Fortified. But how does he die? Oh, once Fortify is gone, I guess. No? Wait, Rhea dies. My bad. I thought it was Gamsu. Yeah, no wonder they back up. Then Gushwei. Yeah, I think he had Fortify. No, he didn't have Fortify. Babe, thanks so much, man. 10
Pekin is
months.
element. Exactly what I want to see Gatsu Pog.
Thank you so much, man. That's 10 months. How you been doing, Fabe? Oh wait, he did have Fortify. Oh, he could have survived that. So you trade the Resus. And then there's a C9. Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh man. Oh. Yeah, the C9. This is on Envy to touch. Oh no. I don't even think Rhea knew he was capping. No, Rhea knew it. Rhea knew. I'll show why. Look at this positioning. He knows. He knows for sure. Otherwise, he would in position for the hog to hook him. Did Ding not have ice block? We can see. No, he had ice block. Man, Shanghai has C9'd 3 or 4 times, like really, really badly. They have lost the game because of C9ing 3 or 4 times. You have the Great C9, or Shanghai, Shang9, whatever you want to call it. That was on Dorado. Then we have another one sometime by Youngjin again. And this time it was Envy. And that's how Spark won 3-0, 3-1 or whatever it was, 4-0.